Everyone, welcome back here to my channel where I play plants. So my name is Nissa and today I built this gorgeous little habitat for the Asian small clawed otter or small clawed otter or short clawed otter or no clawed otter or oriental clawed otter. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So if you want to see how I built this habitat or simply just want to learn more about this beautiful otter, then please keep watching. Okay guys, and I cheated a little bit here today because I basically thought you didn't want to bother watching the same thing you've already seen a million times. So I did the same fence as I have on the other water habitats here in Big Yard Zoo, and then the glass wall and the wood in the background also. And now I'm actually starting to do something a little bit different because in this end I want to have a 2-layer pathway, which I have built here in the background. It took some time to build, to figure out, not building itself, but finding out exactly what I wanted. So again, I didn't want to bore you with that, but you can see it here in the background, of course. I don't want the under level here to see all of the water area. I just want them to see it through a few holes, so they get 4 holes to get through. And as you can see here, I used the normal glass, not the one way, and it's because otters are generally exciting and interesting animals, not necessarily for us. Well, I think they are, but not all people. But the otters will be interesting in actually seeing the humans behind the glass also. So it's a win-win, and it is amazing. We have all seen those videos on the worldwide internet where we can see otters or other water animals or just animals in general and almost playing with the glass in front of the guest because they really enjoy seeing the guest, and otters are just one of these animals. It is of course the Asian small clawed otter we are building for here today. That's why it's not the biggest habitat, but I do believe it is big enough. We're gonna stay with the same stone building and the same stones and the same wood as we use for the other water habitats, again because I just want this generous red what's it called, a red line between all of the habitats, so you feel like you are in a themed area. But today we're here to talk about the Asian small clawed otter, or that's what the game calls it anyway. It also called the oriental small clawed otter, the oriental short clawed otter, Asian short clawed otter, Malaysian small clawed otter, Malaysian short clawed otter, Asian clawless otter, small clawed otter, Asian small clawed otter, Oriental small clawed otter, small clawed otter. And the last one was OTTE and no R in the end. So again, a lot of these names sound alike, but if I say just the otter or the Asian small clawed otter or the Asian otter, I will be referencing to the Asian small clawed otter with all of these. Just if I accidentally misspeak, it is still the same otter I'm talking about. However, if I state that this is all otters or otters in general, that means that it's all of them. So I will try to clarify when I speak about something else. The Asian small clawed otter is of course related to a hell of a lot of animals, especially because they have the class Mammalia, which I think all animals I have talked about have. On that order we have carnivora, which are all of the carnivores, or most of them anyway. The suborder Carnifamia, which even though it's called Famia, it doesn't mean family because the family is Mustelidae. But Carnifamia is a group of carnivores. Mustelidae is the weasel family. And yes, otters doesn't really seem like weasels, but it is a big family with 67 individuals, including wolverine, honey badger, fisher, the domesticated ferret, emine, sea otter, all of the otters, all of the ferrets, all of the weasels, all of the badgers, all of these animals that all are known by having these shorter legs and elongated bodies, but besides that, there's really a big difference between them. When we get a step closer to the subfamily, we are down to 7 individuals. This subfamily is the Lutrinae, which is 13 extant otters. These otters are all or semi-aquatic and have a diet based on mostly fish and invertebrate. These include the sea otter, North American river otter, oriental small-clawed otter, it's the one we're talking about today, the smooth-coated otter, the marine otter, neotropical river otter, southern river otter, and some extinct otters. When we look at a lot of family trees of animals, normally when we have a subfamily called Lutrinae, you might think that the genus then would be Lutrinae instead. It's not. It's Amblonix. I think it's pronounced again, not really sure about that, but it is simply one species. Again, the Asian small-clawed otter or the oriental small-clawed otter, as it's called here. Again, they have their exact own genus. This doesn't mean that this is their exact name, because even though they are called Amblonix for the genus, the species is actually called Aonix. So hold out a lot of the difficult letters there, and not only that, but more specifically Aonix cinerea. So again, a species already ready for new subspecies of the species, but there currently aren't any. The small-clawed otter have this small-clawed name specifically because of its claws, which also is why they also called the no-clawed otters. And that's because they technically have claws, but they don't extend further than their webbed feet and fingers. Therefore, it doesn't appear that they are any, but like with our nail beds, they are both placed on top of the finger and then can grow to extend further than the finger. So they still have the part on top of the finger, but not the extended part. Furthermore, they weigh less than a kilo, half a pound, and they are have a total length between 70 centimeters and a meter, which is again around 3 feet, which technically could have given them the name small otter, since they are the smallest otter in the world currently. The Asian small-clawed otter live in South Asia, Southeast Asia, and East Asia. More specifically, that would be Bangladesh, Bhutan, Burundi, Cambodia, China, India, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia and Myanmar, Nepal, Philippines, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, and Vietnam. However, they have also been introduced to the United Kingdom. They do, however, not live all over here. Specifically, they have a map where it's very much that island part between Oceania and Asia, and then a little bit on mainland Asia, if you do not know the geographical names of the area. They will also stay around the water, which include rivers, coastal areas, freshwater, riparian, marine, intertidal zones, neritic zones, wetlands, scrublands, estuaries, marsh and swamp. However, they will also need to go on land sometimes, which again include anthropogenic biomes, scrubland, forest and grassland. They both thrive in the temperate and tropical climate zones. However, they stay in the bottom, therefore the hottest part of the temperate climate zone. The Asian small-clawed otter is the most social of all of the others. They have family groups extending to 12 to 20 individuals, therefore also the biggest family group of them all. And they will live mostly on their own, away from humans if they can. But in recent years, more and more of them do adapt to live closer to humans. If that is a choice or just a necessity, that's a harder part to prove. The small-clawed otter have a few reasons why we love to see them in zoos. One is that they simply love to play around in water. They don't only go in the water for necessarily, but they have even been seen to create their own water slides in mud bank. And they can also just play, fight with each other, throw rocks around, not necessarily like playing catch, but just playing with the rocks on their own and just having fun. Not only the cats, but also the adults. They also have this quite cute grooming behavior where they will groom their fur, and that is simply because even though they live in a hotter climate compared to other otters, they still have this layer in between fur and skin where they like to keep a lot of bubbles. Bubbles are filled with air and air are isolating. So even though they have these hotter waters compared to other others, they will still have this isolating part, keeping them a little extra warm so they can stay in the deeper water and in general in the water longer. This is normally a behavior that happens before they go in the water, but after they go in the water, they will actually also have a behavior a little bit different. Again, they can be in the water for a few reasons, but what they always do afterwards is simply just going around and rubbing themselves on branches, bark, stones, whatever they find, to leave their scent, which is a kind of scent marking, but not as aggressively as we have seen other animals do. I already told you a little bit about what otters in general eat, but the thing is, though, that the Asian small-clawed otter is smaller. Therefore, they can not catch the exact same food as, for instance, the giant otters or the sea otters can. They are also limited by where they live. Again, they live in these smaller waters sometimes, which limit their food source. So therefore, not only do they eat fish when they can, but their main food source will be small animals such as frogs, crabs, shellfish, and crayfish. The otter's family groups are structured in a very specific way, where you have the alpha, male and female, which is normally mom and dad, which also will be the only one that breeds. This doesn't mean that there can't be other adults around. There will, for instance, be the previously babies, which is still kids from the mom and dad, but they just grew up at this point and not started to search for a family on their own. It can also be siblings for the mom or dad that just, again, didn't choose to go out and find their own family group or anything like that. So it is really, really close-knit families, which you are allowed to leave, but yeah, we all know that story. The alphas can breed throughout the year. However, normally they will only give between 1 and 2 groups of kids a year. Pregnancy lasts for about 60 days, and afterwards the mom will give birth to 1 to 6 pups. Again, the amount of these family groups can vary a lot from year to year, depending on how many that goes, leaves, find somewhere else to be, and how many get born. During the pregnancy, the males of the group will dig the burrow, and they will also make sure to bring in food from the mom and the babies when the babies are born, so neither she or they will be needing to actually leave their home for a while. Which again is a lot of help when you already have your older daughters you expect to take care of the young. However, the babies are not quite done baking when they get born, and they only weigh around 50 grams, which is around 2 ounces, and don't have all of their features lit. Therefore, their mom will need to nurse them every 3 to 4 hours and take care of them basically all day around. It will take 40 days before the babies are able to open their eyes, and 10 weeks before they are able to leave the burrow. However, after that, things move fast, and they will be independent about the age of 14 weeks. So after they leave the burrow, they have 4 weeks to get to know the world and be able to take care of themselves. Once again, I talk about an animal which biggest issues basically are us. We hurt them in a few different ways, but the main reason is that we drain the wetlands, which isn't that uncommon. And I know a place here in Denmark where we have done it to grow field. You can also do it to build a city or whatever you need, which is practical for us humans. But when you drain the wetlands, you take their home, their food source, and basically everything they need to survive. Furthermore, these drained areas split up the groups of otters apart, and therefore they will have issues finding mates with new genetics over time. Today, the numbers is still fairly high, around 5,000 individuals, and therefore they are listed as vulnerable. But we need to take care of them and protect them and make sure that their numbers don't dwindle anymore. Okay, guys, that's all I got for you today. I know it was a little short, but I'm busy these days on my second channel because Hogwarts Legacies just came out, and I know it's pissing people off, but I took a choice to play it, and I'm playing it on my second channel. If you want to join me over there, link is in the description. And as always, guys, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell of notifications so you know the next time I upload a video. Really hope to see you again. Other than it comes below. Alright, in the next video. Bye, guys.